Recent data released by the Bank of Ghana puts Ghana's total public debt stock as of March 2022 at 55.1 billion US dollars or 391.9 billion Ghana cedis. In dollar terms, the debt dropped by over $3 billion in the first 3 months of the year, from 58.4 billion US dollars in January to 55.1 billion dollars in March. In cedi terms, however, the total debt stock within the first 3 months of this year increased by about 40 billion Ghana cedis, from 351.7 billion Ghana cedis in January 2022 to 391.9 billion Ghana cedis in March 2022, as a result of the depreciation of the cedi against the dollar. The high debt levels, high interest payment realities of the country, coupled with other issues such as downgrades by ratings agencies, has seen the country locked out of the Eurobond market. Some have charged government to go to the International Monetary Fund for policy credibility to pave the way for Ghana to return to the market. Responding to a question on whether or not Ghana needs to go to the IMF, former Finance Minister Seth Terkper warned that the key priority of government at this point should be on not defaulting on its debt repayments.
I would rather sound a note of caution that the worst thing that could happen to us is to default. Given the fact that our turning to the domestic market, which I recall there was a boast that we could finance the budget from the domestic market, is not materializing. Because of the auction shortfalls and the rest. And remember, as I said, we shouldn't also confuse, I hope I made this point. We should not confuse our inability to pay arrears and the building of arrears with austerity just because the cash expenditures are low. And that's why I'm all for looking at arrears. I would express a worry than a prediction and a caution, and that if we are adamant in these things, we may end up defaulting, which would be the worst thing that could happen.
According to Mr. Terkper, government now needs to take drastic measures if it doesn't want to return to the Bretton Woods institution.
The Deputy Minister mentioned a homegrown policy, which, if does not succeed, my only worry is that I have not seen it. It may exist internally. Or if it exists in the budget, then from what I've expressed, the markets don't have any confidence in it anyway, right? And so then we need to do something very drastic on our own, which we laudable. We attempted a homegrown policy, and one of the reasons we went to the fund, is because the World Bank and other development partners started to withhold budget support. And so we went to the fund. Of course, we had approached the fund to do a PSP, what we call the policy support instrument, which was going to be, our preference.